So in my previous video, I talked about the Motorola Edge 50 Neo, which is launching soon, and it looks like that phone may not launch in the Indian market because Motorola has announced another phone for the Indian market. This phone is named the Motorola Edge 50, so we are getting our fourth phone under the Edge 50 series on the 1st of August in the Indian market. Motorola not just announced the name of the phone, but the company has also shared almost all the details. So in this video, let us talk about the upcoming Motorola Edge 50. Starting with the design, the phone looks identical to the Motorola Edge 50 Pro except for a slightly different placement of the LED flash on the back. There is the same camera module design, the same vegan leather finish on the back, the same curved screen, and based on the antenna lines, the phone even has the same metal frame. One of the highlights of this phone is that it is MIL 810H military grade certified, and the company says that this is the slimmest phone in its price segment with this certification. Now what this certification means is that this phone is resistant to vibration and shock, can withstand extreme temperatures, dirt, dust, sand, and more. The phone also has IP68 certification and has stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos like all the other phones under the Edge 50 series. There are three color options where two have a vegan leather finish on the back, whereas the grey color option has a vegan suede finish on the back. So in terms of the design and the build quality, there should not be any complaints at all. In terms of the chipset, the phone has the Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 Accelerated Edition. Compared to the 2.4 GHz CPU in the standard Snapdragon 7 Gen 1, the CPU in this Accelerated Edition is clocked at 2.5 GHz. Now this is not the first phone in India to have this chipset. In fact, the Honor 90 also has the Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 Accelerated Edition. Speaking of the AnTuTu score, the Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 Accelerated Edition inside the Honor 90 scores under 600,000 points, so we expect the same to be the case with the Edge 50. So if you're looking for a performance-centric phone, then this is definitely not the one for you. But if you're looking for a camera-centric phone, then this can be a good deal. That is because the Motorola Edge 50 comes with a triple camera setup on the back, and this is a proper triple camera setup. The primary camera has a 50 megapixel Sony Light 700C sensor with OIS, which we also saw on the Motorola Edge 50 Fusion. Then we have an ultra-wide camera with a 13 megapixel sensor which can take macro shots as well. And finally, there is a telephoto camera with a 10 megapixel sensor and 3x optical zoom. The phone has a 32 megapixel sensor for selfies. In terms of the display, we are looking at a 6.67-inch POLED display with 1900 nits of peak HDR brightness and 1.5K resolution. The battery size is 5000 mAh, and along with 68 watt fast wired charging, there is also 15 watt wireless charging. So even if you are getting a slower charging speed than the Edge 50 Pro, you are still getting a bigger battery, which is always a big advantage. Finally, the phone runs on Android 14 out of the box and will get 3 Android updates. Well, based on these specifications, the Motorola Edge 50 seems like a perfect mid-range smartphone for around 25,000 rupees for someone who is not looking for the best performance. The rest of the features need to be top-notch. The phone has a great build quality, a beautiful design, a beautiful and bright display, a big battery, great cameras on paper, IP68 rating, wireless charging, stereo speakers, and finally, not to forget, a good software experience. The only letdown is the Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 because this is more than 2-year-old chipset, and so this phone is definitely not there among the best performing phones in this price segment. Anyways, what are your thoughts? Do let me know via the comment section below, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.